As we come back, this is on tape about 30 seconds ago. Tom Landry is being escorted off the field, and we will get, obviously, for you as soon as possible a report. We would have to assume, looking at those circumstances, some sort of threat in regard to Landry. But Tom is not on the sidelines as we start the fourth period on a 3rd and 7. And Newsom makes the catch and picks up the first, or close to a first down, at the 40-yard line. And there is Danny White, who had been helping out, and Hackett, who runs the pass offense, is upstairs as Landry is back in the clubhouse.
They'll be talking back and forth, and if that is the case, it is also very sick.
Brutal.
It happens. I guess this is the first time. There have been threats that have taken place in years over Monday Night Football, but this one obviously was deemed by authorities, if that was the case, it was imperative to get him off the field. But we will wait and confirm.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. That's tipped and nearly intercepted, and it winds up a catch by Sherrard somehow, some way, off a tip. A great play.
And great concentration by Sherrard. Right over the top of the receiver.
Meanwhile, as you look at this again, Giroux with the tip, I would have to think, Frank, I would guess it would be the first time in the history of the Cowboys that Landry has not been on the sideline.
And indeed, I think you're exactly right. It'll be Paul Hackett talking with Danny White on the sidelines. They'll be calling the plays.
Dorsett stopped by Reggie Doss, and it will be 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line. So the Cowboys now, minus the man who has led them not only tonight and through the years, but the entire history of the franchise.
27 years he's been on that sideline. I know this is an absolute first.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line. Out in front, Sherrard. No, he was out of bounds. Pass was there, but Sherrard was out of bounds.
And he had the defender beaten once again. Valor leads it just a little bit to the inside of 6 points. He had a fly open a while ago, underthrew it, cost another 6 points. But as you can see, he had sprinted by. Irvin was there. The ball was just led out of bounds.
3rd and 10. Again, we're obviously checking this out for you. We don't want to give you any misinformation until we're sure of what we've got on Landry. We won't speculate, and we'll just wait for the official word. 3rd and 10. And Valor was in the grasp, and down he goes. No further play. The play had ended at the 42-yard line. The play dead at the 42 in the grasp of Gary Jeter. And Sean Miller, number 98, also there.
That's why they bring Jeter in. Sean Miller also was there. Sean Miller has had 4 sacks from that nose tackle position, but when they go to a 4, he goes to the inside position. And he was there along with Gary Jeter. They're tough. They make you look bad. And they're doing that to the Cowboys tonight.
So 4th down and 22 now. Cowboys trailing 22-10. Mike Saxon to kick. Ellard and Johnny Johnson are the double safeties. Fair catch called for and made at the 9-yard line by Johnny Johnson. So the Rams are pinned deep. 12:15 to go in the 4th, and the Rams lead 22-10. Now a live shot. Seconds ago, Tom Landry emerged from the Dallas locker room and escorted back out to the field. And there he is, and he'll reassume his normal position along the sidelines.
Maybe Alicia called. We'll try to find out. It did look very serious. He was escorted by police, one of them with his hand on his revolver.
First down, Rams now from the 9-yard line as Dickerson takes takes the pitch and gets it out to the 12. And the only report we had to this point was that it was not an illness. That's not why Landry went back and escorted out by the entire posse and then brought back in again.
And now he's hooking up with Paul Hackett, and saying to Danny, what happened while I was gone? But he does have security around him, and they remain around him. So we will continue to try and find out what happened.
2nd and 7 from the 12-yard line. Dickerson takes it out to the 15. And it will be 3rd down and 5.
Back in the harness. Rams deep in their own territory, playing it conservative at this point. That kind of a defense, you can play it that way also.
3rd and 5 from the 15-yard line. Dickerson fights his way out for a 1st down.
And with that kind of running back, maybe it's not too conservative. Clock ticks away. Rams get it out from their own 10-yard line. Superstar, no question about that.
The big E.
The durability, Al. 330 carries into tonight. Has never left a game shaken up this season. Just goes on and on. And, you know, he doesn't look all that solid, all that durable. Looks almost fragile. But he hits like a tank. It's great power.
1st and 10 from the 21. Ellard Fellows makes the tackle. The police and the stadium security people will not comment as to what the Landry situation is. We've obviously tried to get some sort of a statement from them. And of course we'll continue to check for you, but that's all of the information we have right now. 2nd and 6. Rams from the 25-yard line. Dickerson out to the 28. Stopped by Rohrer, and the Rams working on the clock. 9:25 to go in the 4th.
And they have one of the best machines around in Dickerson to work on that clock. That's the time remaining in the 4th. And as long as you can move the ball on the ground, and they are doing it now, it will make a little short pass, a ball control type of short pass off play action from Jim Everett. An additional weapon as they continue to try to run the clock out.
Meanwhile, Dickerson sneaking up on 100 again. He's got 98. 3rd and 2. And a 1st down. Meanwhile, some of the security people watching out, and obviously, well, we don't want to say obviously, but it would appear from everything we're looking at here that there was a threat of some nature in regard to Tom Landry, which caused his temporary removal from the field and now back on.
And you wouldn't want to speculate, but it could be possible, Al, that perhaps he went in, they put some sort of a vest on him. They're all around him. They were with him when he left the field, and they came back with him.
1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. As Dickerson takes it out to the 33. I can't remember Tom's exact apparel before the game. I know he came out with a tie and he came out with a sweater, but there appears to be something underneath.
And I guarantee you,
sweater as well. Right. But as you can see, and again, I don't have the total recall to be able to say if he had that white clothing or whatever it is, apparatus under the gray sweater. But there he is patrolling the sideline.
No question, it's something extraordinary.
2nd and 9. Dickerson cuts it back and takes it out to the 40, and it will be 3rd and 1. It's been all Eric now in the 4th quarter.
Did you see the block by number 30, Barry Redden? He's been doing that now for 3 years for Dickerson. Key block. Springs Dickerson once again. A machine. and a time-consuming machine. He is just ticking the minutes off the clock. And perhaps the Cowboys' hopes for any playoff opportunity.
Dickerson, his 10th 100-yard game of the season. Slips a tackle and turns what would have been a loss into, or a bigger loss, into a smaller one, a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. By the way, the record for most 100-yard games in a season, 12, and that was set by Dickerson himself in 1984. So if he can do it next week against Miami and against San Francisco, he'll tie the record. 4th down.
Shattered a lot of records that year. In 2,105, breaking O.J.'s single-season record.
Hatcher to kick. Banks at his own 22. Rams using as much of the clock as they can since it's running.
Hatcher has the clock in his sights at the end zone, takes it down to 4 seconds.
Big rush, but Banks calls for the fair catch at the 26, and the penalty marker is down as Everson Walls ran into Hatcher.
Running into the kicker, number 24, 5 yards, 1st down.
That hurts. They have struggled and struggled to get the football back, to try and get back into the game. And let's take a look at number 24. Coming from the outside, he obviously thought he had a shot at it. And the reason that penalty is there and so severe is that kicker is so vulnerable once he leaves the ground. And Walls, no question, collided with him. Had he touched the football, it would have been all right. He did not.
What Landry was arguing was that he was pushed in by Wilshire. Wilshire, number 54, had contact with Walls, but in the estimation of Tunney, Walls came in and receives the penalty.
Actually, if Wilshire did anything, he was knocking him away from the punter.
So the Rams have it at their own 45.
Not the prettiest thing we watched through the course of this game, but it is ever so effective. Dickerson left, Dickerson right.
That could have done the Cowboys in right there. Instead of getting the ball back, the Rams still have it on 1st down. Everett fires to the 40-yard line and complete there to David Hill. The tight end makes his first catch of the night.
Usually gets one a game.
Yep. Got that one for his brother Jim, the CBS sportscaster.
You know, years gone by at Detroit, he was an all-pro receiver. One year he had, I think, 70-some receptions as a tight end. Here, even though he's taken off a lot of weight this year, he is an exceptional blocker. And when you have a Dickerson, that's what you want. And particularly with injuries now to Mike Gooman and Tony Hunter, the role of David Hill has become even more prominent with the Rams.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Redden, a big hole. 30, 20, 10, touchdown Redden.
Robinson won't like that. He wants to work on the clock. He can run the football. And, you know, when you watch Barry Redden play football, you almost feel sorry for him that he plays in that backfield with Eric Dickerson, because he has had some great individual efforts. Look at him read that. That was designed to go a little inside on the left. He saw it with good blocking by Doug Smith and Newberry. Broke it off to the right. Good speed, the kind of speed that, as a senior at Richmond, made him a #1 draft pick and carried him for over 1,600 yards. But here, well, he just ordinarily works ahead of Dickerson. This time, he has pretty much put this one out of reach.
Lansford kicks it through to make the score 29-10. And that equals the longest run of Barry Redden's career in a season in which he's rushed for more yardage than ever before.
Oh, he loves it.
Again, the Landry situation, that's a shot earlier tonight. And as you can see, Tom with the tie and the shirt and the vest, and as we suspected, that white underpiece, very much in our minds, of course, and I'm sure in yours, would be some sort of vest, protective vest that he is wearing since his removal and re-entrance to the stadium. Meanwhile, Levette takes the kick, brings it out past the 30, and goes out of bounds out at the 39-yard line. Rams on top by a score of 29-10 and ready to maintain their game.